it is quite laughable that I am being given directions to State House as a senator of Nairobi by somebody from Mugirango. Osoro. I know every inch of this city. I have covered it, and that's why you saw me getting those numbers that brother was talking about there in the election. When I get lost in Mugirango, I will call you, because I know you understand that area very well. Number two, tell your president to stop barricading himself in State House if he wants us to come there, because why is he hiding behind the police? He has told us that we should face him mundo kumundo. He's hiding behind the police. Remove the police, we will come into KICC, we will do our dance around the statue of Kenyatta the way we were doing the other time, and we were tear gassed. Remove the police from the barricades. Even today, you yourself have seen, when we've come into the studio, they wake up very early to put barricades to State House. These are people who are cowards. They are hiding behind the police. I want to confirm here that, in fact, every single police station in Nairobi has been served with a notification of protests. This exercise of the rights under Article 37 caused some inconveniences. Again, as a senator of Nairobi, I want to give you an example. We have events here which don't happen in Mugirango, like we have bike races, we have marathons. They cause inconveniences, they cause road closures. The exercise of political rights have some consequences. You cannot say, oh, your rights begin where mine end. No. These are political rights, and the way we give life to political rights is to exercise them. Ayub, the purpose of notification of police is to invite them to protect or to provide security for the protesters. But we have, in our experience, realized it doesn't matter how much we comply with the law. We have complied with the law, the Public Order Act, Article 37. They are still going to unconstitutionally declare our protests illegal. So what we have done, we are no longer going to issue notices. Let us exercise our right under Article 37. Protests will happen spontaneously, anywhere, anytime, without any notification to the police, because we have realized that the notifications are no longer invitations for them to provide security, but they are an invitation for them to visit violence on us. There is a rule when we were in law school, and these brothers of mine understand, it's called the but-for rule, that without which this cannot happen. But for this would not happen. I am telling you, but for police action, this protest will be peaceful. Remove police action. Remove police action from these things, and you will see our people will come to town. They will dance at KICC the way we came to Uhuru Park to swear in Baba. We will say whatever it is we want to say, because we have the freedom of speech. Okay. The freedom of speech is not limited by me. I can insult you under my freedom of speech. The only limitation to freedom of speech is propaganda for war. They know it. Incitement to violence, but me using unpleasant language to you is protected under the Constitution. I don't have to please your ears, Osoro. Okay. But I am protected under this Constitution to use the words that, when I say leo mutatuona, how is that unconstitutional? How is that breaking the law? So for us, really, we want to say we will no longer issue these notices, because they have no purpose. So now you can do whatever it is you want to do. Up to today, nobody has been arrested. Their photographs are all over the newspaper, in the social media. But the number plates of vehicles that were cutting up, they are known. Senator, when those people are arrested, ask them whether there is a connection, a nexus between their actions and the things that
before the arrests are made, and that is a mandate that lies with an agency of government.
With the police, yes. So don't ask me.
Okay, I made your point. Please. Okay, they're asking about it that you are a leader in this country.
Yes.
And you condemn violence for that.
I do condemn violence. Police violence, violence meted out by goons. I cannot condemn violence. I have just condemned it.
Okay, thank you.
I am condemning it, and you are saying I can't condemn it. I am condemning it. Can I be allowed to condemn it?
Clearly. And that is the answer that
I'm not being allowed to condemn it. I'm condemning it and shouting.
That is the answer that I wanted for accountability purposes.
I condemn violence in all its forms.
You know, it is actually... Please.
No. We don't want reconciliation. There is nothing to reconcile over. I agree with my brother here. The state of affairs of the country is quite dire. Ayub, we have gotten to a place where, it's like when pilots experience something called spatial disorientation. We have lost sight of the natural horizon, and people are just lost. I want to start by saying that I must, first of all, disabuse people of this notion of equating what the opposition is doing and some of the actions that we've seen from other quarters. Because they say that false equivalence is when you compare oranges and apples. Many of the organizations that are voicing they are adding their voice to what is going on right now. And somebody announcing that we're going to hold peaceful protests in the streets of Nairobi. And you say that it is the same thing. I think you're totally lost. This is what denies some of these organizations credibility. And I've singled out the NCIC because Reverend Kobia is my friend. We have had these conversations with him. I have had conversations with the Catholic bishops, and I think yesterday, my bishop of Nairobi, at least, I have had a conversation with him, and there is a reflection of the discussions we had that, in fact, when you want to bring people together, a warring couple, who have moved out into separate bedrooms, you don't first come and say the husband has to move back into the bedroom before any discussions are had. Any serious organization that is interested in bringing Kenyans to a conversation about the issues of the day cannot begin by putting conditions on any one person. So for me, as the Secretary General of ODM, as a leader of a minority, one of the leaders of a minority in the Senate, going to target supermarkets or we're going to invade people's farms or businesses, no. That is criminal. We are saying we have a right for peaceful protest under the Constitution, and anybody telling you that they can ban protests is lying to themselves, because for us, we are clear that we are under the protection of the Constitution. Anybody who takes themselves out of the protection of the Constitution by, for instance, going into somebody's shop to steal, to loot, or going into somebody's farm to cut away cattle and sheep, that is a criminal, that is not a peaceful protester. So I am really praying that people can see the distinction between people like us who are exercising our rights under Article 37, having complied with the law, given police notice, and these criminals who just say brazenly that we are coming for your property. Yes.
Listening to Sifuna, I never imagined in my life that you can be over 40 years like Sifuna, with good education, in fact, a professional who is a lawyer, and still believe in things that are obvious to the naked eye. If you got a kid, and all of you have them in the house, you buy them a toy of an AK-47, and he shoots water from it. The boy believes he has got an AK-47, he can go to war. That's what exactly Sifuna is doing, despite his education, despite his age, pretending that my weapon will be the Constitution. Sifuna, that drama is not going to advance the interests of the people of Nairobi who you represent. Neither will it improve the cause of the growth of democracy in this country. You have told us, Sifuna, that we should believe in the court pronouncement on the meaning of the so-called swearing in as the people's president. The high cost of living. Sifuna, you live in Kenya. You know that the high cost of living was occasioned by the handshake government. The prices of foodstuffs and other commodities that we found when we took over have never gone beyond where we found them. They have been going down, albeit slowly. Number three, you are raising the issue of IEBC. Sifuna.
I break into laughter because it is laughable. Granted that Kuria is not somebody who is new to the political terrain in this country, but he knows some of us. He knows very well that I have demonstrated over a long time that I'm an independent-minded leader in this country and that I cannot be remote controlled. So he should find his refuge elsewhere. I refuse to respond to social media. I refuse to go into an exchange with him because I was speaking as an elected senator, and over and above that, I am the leader of I'm one of the leaders in the Senate as the leader of the majority, as the chief whip on the majority side. So I cannot take it lightly. He must know that even when you are where I am, you still have constitutional responsibilities, which in my case include the oversight. You don't throw away your oversight responsibility because you have an appointive office. You don't throw it away because you are a friend of a minister. You must always remember that the people have taken you into that office for a reason. The president has appointed you for a reason, and therefore you discharge. It should not be lost to him that we still reserve the right to invite him to Parliament, up to and including censoring him. So he should go easy, do his job, apologize to Kenyans. We were never elected as Kenya Kwanza to insult Kenyans. We were never elected by Kenyans to show them the middle finger. We were elected so as to make a difference. And when the going gets rough, the way it is now, let us leave it to Sifuna and his team to do the kind of theatrics that they are doing while we work. And that's exactly what we are doing. We are not, that is a kind of arrogance. We will not keep quiet. And I do not have to be advised by anybody for me to be unhappy with those kind of remarks. Man, we sweated, and you saw it on footage here. We were tear-gassed. We were beaten up by the police to form this government. Having formed the government, the people who failed to win seats, the president then sympathized with them and appointed them. We gave them that opportunity. They owe it to us that they are in that office. And therefore, they should be grateful that we did our part of the work. It doesn't mean that the people who are outside cabinet are incompetent. And it doesn't mean that the people who are incompetent are the best.
So is this apology?
There are many other Kenyans who can do the jobs we are doing today.
So is this apology acceptable or not?
I don't know who he was apologizing for. If it includes me, then until I read an apology from him, is when I would make a decision whether to accept or not. But that is not an apology.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sifuna, there's a big difference between saying the truth